Self-education is the ticket. None of us can progress in the world we're in today with a standard education and expect to have an extraordinary life.
Tony Robbins and myself aren't too bad of guys to learn from since we got 65 years in this industry.
Let me compress those decades into a few days. Now you can take massive action on the proven ways of doing it.
Knowledge brokers are not born, they are made.
There's people in the world that you haven't even seen before that are waiting for you to show up.
Because you have a story to tell, a story that can change lives, a story that can leave a lasting and positive impact on the next generation.
This is not a place for wannabes where it's going to go. This is a place where people will do what no one else will do.
We're going to craft your signature program, your signature workshop, your signature story, how to extract that knowledge.
And now I'm actually teaching others how to do virtual summits in 90 days.
Listen, the tools are here. Come on, let's go.
Feeling went from very deep concern to, I can do this.
I now have over 100 customers all around the world.
Immediately, 11 people took my offer. That was pretty exciting.
And there's a process to show you exactly how to do it.
If you want to get results that seem extreme, get in proximity.
All of those mistakes you made and the failures you've been through, you have this opportunity, this blessed and sacred opportunity to help people not make those same mistakes.
No one is going to do it the way you can. And it is such power and freedom, like when you fully embrace that there's only one of you.
Because it isn't about getting, it's about giving. Life is about adding more value. That's why we're here.
I truly believe with the way the world's shifting and the world needs us, and the world needs role models, and the world needs leaders, and the world needs what you have. This is the time in life to double down.
You're called to reach people that I can't reach, that Tony can't reach, that Dean can't reach, that nobody can reach but you. And until you step up to the plate, until you give your greatness to the world, those people are suffering because you're being selfish.
That means you must pursue it, and then also, as you learn it, share it. And if you do that well, you can have economic freedom, a life of meaning, something that'll inspire you, your family, your friends, and everybody else around you.
Today, we are going to show you what this industry is, why you should be a part of it, why now. Then I'm going to pull back the curtain on figuring out what you should be offering. And lastly, how do you sell it to people in an ethical way that feels great to impact their lives and create success for yourself? You guys up to learn that today?
Yes.
And if you're here, I'm guessing you want another level of life. We're not saying this will make you rich overnight. I'm going to repeat that, or generate you any money at all. I think I got to be really clear on that, because that's why we built such a great family, because people come in with realistic expectations and know that you got to do the work, but the results could be massive. Let's give it up for Mr. Tony Robbins.
Thank you, Dean. Welcome, everybody. Listen, I just want to acknowledge Dean for a second. Dean and I have been dear friends for over a decade. And, he comes across as such a nice guy, and he is. He's even nicer in person than he is here. He's one of the most generous souls I know, but he's also brilliant. And the brilliance didn't come from just being a genius. He earned that genius because for 20 years, he's put his nose to the grindstone, and he's obsessed with finding ways to do the same thing I believe in. That's why we're such dear friends. Finding a way to do more for others than anybody else in the category. How do you add more value? If you want to know the secret to success in life and in business, it's do more for others than anybody else in the category, and you will build a brand, and people will start to seek you out. And, he's got 20 years of experience. Between us, we have almost 65 years of experience. This is my 44th year training and teaching people. Now, at that point, I'd have to know something. I have to be an idiot at this point not to know there are patterns that will cause you to succeed and patterns that will cause you to fail. It's not you, it's patterns, it's habits. Habits of thinking, habits of motion, habits of action or inaction. So I just want to tell you, if you change those basic patterns, you can not only change your own life, but you can help so many other people do the same. And so I really want to thank you, Dean. And I just want to tell all of you, between us, 64 years, I guess, is the real number. That's how much experience we have. So there's two ways to learn in life. One is learn by your own experience. That's really painful because there's so many ups and downs, you may not get there. And the other is what I learned years ago when I studied Jim Rohn, my original teacher. He used to say, Tony, success leaves clues. If you want to be successful, find someone who succeeded again and again, not for a day, not for a week, not for a year, for a decade. They're not lucky. Sow the same seeds, you'll reap the same rewards. It doesn't matter your age, your background, your gender, your color. All it matters is that you model what works. And he said, also figure out what failures do and don't do that, right? So for 44 years, that's what I've been doing and sharing it. I first used it to change my own life, and then I changed it to help other people change their life. So I got a question for you though. If you had to pick between making lots of money and having a life that feels meaningful, impactful, where you're making a difference in other people's lives and you see it and feel it and get that emotional feedback from people all around you, which would you pick? I mean, there is no limit to the size and scope of what you can do in this industry. But what changed me, what allowed me to not only have the impact and the economics be successful for me and for all my employees, was constantly using the power of self-education. See, if you think about what really shapes your life most, it's what I call invisible forces. That's not being cute. It's just true. What influences your life the most? Things you take for granted. Gravity. Too much and you're crushed. Too little and you float away and you're dead. Radiation. Radiation is what makes life happen. The right amount of radiation from the sun, we're in this Goldilocks spot as a planet, and we have life everywhere. Too much radiation, we fry. But maybe the most important invisible forces of all are human emotions, love and hate. See, emotions determine what you're going to do or not do and the quality that you're going to bring to it.
Freaking
and
amazing.
So all of this can be shifted through one single power, which I call self-education.
Orgulloso